Hey, I have trouble with my own calls sometimes, Frank. So don't feel bad there at all. I certainly understand. The conditions. Who knows? You never know what you're going to get here, of course. And we thought we would throw a call out there for a little bit, see if we can make a few contacts. But thank you so much for Kentucky, the first one tonight. There, go ahead. You able to copy that last go around, Frank, or not?
That I did not, sir. My daughter came out there and started talking to me real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Just want to make sure you're still able to copy me. Like you said, you don't know what the band's like until you call CQ a few times, and I see quite a bit of activity on the waterfall, but we thought we'd give it a go. We'll spend about an hour or so here on 20 meters, and then we'll probably jump down to 40. We do a live stream in the evenings here, Frank, so we're actually streaming live here on YouTube right now as well. So if you're interested in listening to our QSO and see how you sound on the air, you can go to YouTube and put in my call, or you can go to my QRZ page. I've got a link for it. You can click on that as well and get a chance to listen to the QSO there, Roger. Yeah, it's that time of year, of course, and I think it's great. It does make the band a little congested here and there, but you just you take it for what it is, and you kind of move around, find a little spot and what have you, and that's what we're doing here, of course. And yeah, I understand they're doing that quite regular. I think that's great. They kind of get the parks involved and what have you. So, but we're sure glad you give us a call back here this evening. And again, like I said, you can just hop in my call or go to my QRZ page, probably the easiest one, and then K0RWB. Look for the video with today's date. Of course, it'll be showing live right now. And since you're the first one to come back, you're the first one on the list there. But yeah, give a look and a listen, see what you think. We have a lot of fun with it, and I think others are as well. There, go ahead. Yeah, if you're doing it live, there's about a 20 or 30-second delay, going through the internet, different servers onto YouTube and so forth. So if you start to listen and on the air at the same time, you get a lot of feedback and so forth. But just a little warning there, I found out the hard way, not too long ago. So it was a little tough to understand, and I figured out I had to turn the volume off on the computer for the YouTube stream because I just wasn't able to listen to it too well. But it is what it is. But yeah, give a look and listen, have some fun with it. And if you're interested in when we're coming back out here again live, you can hit that little notification bell that lets you know that we're live again. And it's either 20 or 40 meters, but we're going to try to give it a go. The next couple of days over the weekend, Frank, we're going to be portable. We're going to be doing the live stream portable. We're going to be east of our location by a couple hours. We're going to run strictly battery, and we're going to see how that goes. Should have some lot of fun. So, Frank, I'll say 7-3s to you, and to see if we can make a few other contacts this evening. But thank you so much. I do appreciate it. You and yours be safe and be well, and look forward to working you again. Kilo India 4, Quebec Foxtrot Lima, a Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Frank. 7-3s. Roger, Roger. Take care. K0RWB, there was a Puerto Rico station. If you're still in there, sir, come back with your call, please. Was there a Puerto Rico station? If you're still in there, come back with your call, please.
Okay, this is Whiskey Papa 4, Romeo, Sierra Oscar, Puerto Rico.
Well, I got somebody tuning up. I got Whiskey Papa 4. Give me the rest again, please.
Romeo, Sierra, Oscar. Romeo, Sierra, Oscar.
Romeo, Sierra, Oscar. Roger?
Roger.
Well, let me get the beam a little bit more your direction there. Joe, and we'll see if we can get a little bit better copy. See if you'll come up in my receive there. Hopefully I'll come up in yours. Hey, thanks for standing by there. We had another station that just kind of got you there right at the last end there, but thanks again for giving us a call. Again, that name here is Randy, and the QTH, we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri there. Go ahead.
Okay. Your signal report is 559 to Puerto Rico. My conditions of work is vertical antenna.
Oh, that's terrific. I appreciate the 5 and 9. You're also 5 and 9 in my receive here, Joe. The conditions here, we're running a hex beam about 17 meters from the base plate, and we have an IC 7300 from ICOM, of course, running a Heil microphone, and we're probably doing about 750 watts there. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. 73.
Okay, thanks again for giving us a call. Have a good evening yourself. Great week coming up. Have a wonderful weekend. We do appreciate you giving us a call. Feel free to check back in anytime. Whiskey Papa 4, Romeo Sierra Oscar, a kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again. And QRZ, K0, RWB, Rainy, Kansas City. Any other stations? Come with your call, please.
Kilowatt Golf 2, Romeo Golf.
I heard a Radio Mike station again. Radio Mike, come back with your call, please.
Roger, it's November 2, Oscar Radio Mike.
Try it one more time. Add somebody right on top of you.
Yeah, November 2, Oscar Romeo Mike. November 2, Oscar Romeo Mike.
Yep, got you that time. Hey, Norman, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day we had here today, and we're just getting ready for a line to thunderstorm. So I'll be shutting down in a little while. QSL.
Yeah, I can certainly understand that. Don't blame you one bit. We do that same thing around here. And I told a friend of mine earlier, not only do we unplug coax and the connectors, but we pull the radios out of the shack and stick them under the bed there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. And then we put our bodies over them just to protect them from anything happening to them. But yeah, it's a common occurrence. We expect it, and we're ready for it. You know, as long as it doesn't rip off an antenna, we're good with it. But we do tend to lose power up here. That's the real bad part.
Yeah, I understand that. We get the same kind of outages as well there. So, you know, it doesn't take much. You know, this equipment, these radios are, you know, they're pretty robust to a certain degree, and they can certainly go even with some crashes in the area and so forth. I know that firsthand. We've got basically the new Yaesu FTDX10 we've had for about 3 months. 1 second worked, the next second it didn't. So it's on its way back to Yaesu in California on repair. It looks like maybe the finals went a different direction than they should have. So at least that's what we've been told with the technicians. So, yeah, again, the weather starts to get kind of crazy. We're going to unplug and hide that stuff there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Sorry to hear about that. I've been looking at that radio. I tend to buy and trade, and that's one I wanted to try out. So just within my price range. It looks like a really nice radio. I like the display. The setup here is an ICOM 705 running 5 watts into a Xiegu 125 amplifier and running, I'd say, somewhere around 70-80 watts into a G5 RV, very basic. And you're a 5.9 plus.
Oh, that's incredible. Your signal is just phenomenal. You've been 5.9 plus as well. When you said 5 watts, I was like, boy, the band is in great shape. Of course, a little bit helps. 70 watts is still 70 watts. That's terrific. Again, we really haven't given 20 meters much thought in the last 6 or 7, 8 weeks. Again, we do a live stream on YouTube every day, afternoon, early evening, which we're doing now. And when we started this about the 1st of February, 20 was in great shape. And then little by little it started to really fall off. So we moved down to 40 meters and just had a wonderful time. And we got back on the air last night. One, because of the radio issue, and the backup radio, which I'm on, was being loaned down the street. And then a friend of mine hit me on the live chat and said, "Hey, you should try 20." So we did that last night and had a great time. It's really nice to see that 20's back open again. And you know, as the night goes on, it seems to hold out pretty well. So that's kind of where we're at here, there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I've noticed the same thing, and the last week or so, I like to tune in about midnight, 1 in the morning Eastern time, and lo and behold, I get a bunch of stations with the call VK, and in some cases, I could hear them talking to each other. It just blew me away, you know. So things are starting to look good again, which is fantastic. Is this a net?
No, it's not. It's not a net. I have. Well, I checked in with a guy January time frame. Alex, he's on the live chat. He's out of Cutler Bay, Florida, and he was doing a YouTube live stream. I thought, well, that's kind of cool. So I checked in with him a couple days in a row, and then I would go back and listen to the playback. And I go, boy, my audio sounds terrible. Sounds great in my headphones, but I didn't think it sounded good on the air. And so over a week or so time period, making a little adjustments, I'd go back and check in. Alex was gracious enough to answer my call, and we became very good friends on the air and through phone calls as well. And he says, "Hey, you should try this as well." He says, "I don't know of anybody in the Midwest who's doing this. You should try to do it, and I'll help you get it set up." So I had a lot of help, and we are up here on the air. And the only reason, I'll tell you the reason I'm doing it, well, several reasons, but one thing is we don't get a chance to hear ourselves on the air very often. And this really allows that opportunity to hear what you actually sound like on the air. And I've been getting a lot of text and emails while doing this from operators who all of a sudden their kids, their brother, their wife has got interested because they can see it on YouTube as well. So, you know, it's kind of a fun thing, and as long as people enjoy it, I'll continue to do it there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, will I get the information on your QRZ page?
Yeah, you can. I have a link on my page. It'll take you right to the channel. Or you can go right to YouTube, and in the search bar, you just put in my call sign, K0RWB, and you look for the video with today's date. It'll also show, I think, down the bottom right-hand corner live. And there's about a 20 or 30-second delay. So you try to listen to it in real time, you'll just kind of shake your head, can't figure out who is doing what. But again, you get a chance to listen to it later because it's live, but it also records, Norman. And so, for instance, if you want to listen to our QSO on the playback, you would probably fast forward around the 8 or 9 minute mark, and then you can listen to yourself on the air and see how you sound there, Roger.
Okay, Randy, I'm on the page right now, and I will do that after we split up here, and I'm looking forward to it. The microphone is minimal on the 705, but I haven't gotten any bad reports, so I'm assuming it's okay. I don't think I've even messed with any of the equalization settings, but I also record my own music and my own vocals, so I'm pretty sensitive to audio when it comes to music. QSL?
Oh, I certainly understand. Well, here's the thing I tell people is, you know, nobody knows your voice as well as you do, and I can tell you what it sounds like in my headphones, and somebody else may say something else. So only thing I ever did when I started to do this when I listened to it is I got to the point by making a little changes that I'm like, that's what I sound like on the phone. That's what I sound like on the air. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the audio. I think your audio is terrific, actually. But again, we don't have that much of an opportunity. You'll see the page. You get to see my ugly face. You'll get to see the signal report and so on and so forth. I've got the waterfall up and so forth. And it's just kind of a fun thing, and I think people kind of enjoy it, and we do as well.
Yeah, Roger. Now I'm looking at it. It started going right away, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll back off and listen to my voice. And even though I'm a vocalist, I'm not a big fan of my own voice. and occasionally I'll hire other people, professionals, to sing some of my music, and man, that makes a big difference. And check out my webpage, and you'll see a link to a ton of songs I got on YouTube, Randy.
Yeah, I look forward to it. One quick question. Wasn't sure if you have any family in the Virginia area.
No, I don't. In fact, my last name is going to end with me.
Okay. Well, I asked because I had a good military friend of mine when I was stationed in Virginia. That's also Goldfarb, an unusual name, and not one you hear very often. So I was just kind of curious. I get that as well with my last name. So I just thought, well, I would ask. More times than not, it's not the case, but you don't know until you ask. There, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, no problem. I found a relative actually who was born a Goldfarb, who's close to 100 years old. I found her on 23andMe, and it opened up a whole new branch of my family. So I don't know if you're into any of that genetic stuff, but that could be interesting too, for finding people that you don't know about. Okay, great talking to you. I hope to talk to you again, and I'm looking forward to listen to my beautiful vocals on the channel. So 73 to you. Excuse me. There it goes. And hope we can chat again, Randy. K0RWB N2ORM.
Oh, I look forward to it. Thank you so much for giving us a call this evening. You and yours be safe and be well. Have a great holiday coming up. And yeah, if you hear us again, by all means, give us a call. We'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. And I did make a note here on my pad. I'll be happy to take a look at your channel as well. I think it's just a great little venue. Whether you're doing music yourself or what I'm doing or anything in between. I think it's a really great little avenue, and then the price is right. At least it has been so far for me. Hey, listen, take care. Thank you again, and have a great what's left of the evening, and look forward to getting the chance to talk to you again. November 2, Oscar Romeo Mike, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Norman 73s.
Yeah, 7-3, Randy, and have a good weekend. It's going to be a big one. K0RWB N2ORM.
Kilowatt 0, question mark. This is Whiskey Bravo 8, Victor, November, Hotel.
Okay, thanks again, Norman. K0RWB, we'll go ahead and clear with him. And I think I did hear a Whiskey Bravo 8 station. If you would come back with your call, please.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Victor, November, Hotel.
Okay, got you that time. Whiskey Bravo 8, Victor, November, Hotel. Mike, good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I was sitting here studying my extra class license manual or study book, and I'm sitting there tuning around a little bit, just kind of white noise in the background, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is like 25 plus over 9, and I'm like, okay, got to give a shout out. The name here is Mike India Kilo Echo, which you've already looked me up, and we're located in Cincinnati, Ohio. Over.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, thank you, Mike, for giving us a call. I appreciate the flowers, but we let the antenna do the work. So whatever's coming out the antenna, I guess we have to give it the credit. The name here is Randy, and the QTH, we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and we're also streaming live on YouTube tonight. There, go ahead.
Very good, very good. I did that the other night with a W7 something. That was pretty cool. You guys are out there on the edge, bringing another element to ham radio. Over.
Yeah, you're talking about my good friend Alex. Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. He was on my live chat here just a little bit ago. He's not feeling too well, but he's a tough guy to keep down. But Alex is I call him my Elmer mentor for YouTube. I checked in with him quite a bit in the January time frame, and really enjoyed that. He runs a very good channel, and I had a chance to listen to myself as well, and go, boy, I just sound absolutely awful. So we made some changes on our audio, and kept checking back in until we got to the point where it sounded like us. And again, Alex said, hey, you should do this as well. There's nobody in the Midwest that I know of. You should give it a go, and I'll help you get it set up. So he did that, and I have to give him the credit. Well, I'm at where I'm at because of him, but we've had a lot of support from others along the way. But it's a great thing. We enjoy it. I think others do as well.
All right, Randy, I just brought up your page, and my question is, Midwest. They call Ohio the Midwest, so how can Kansas be Midwest? Or they call Colorado Midwest? Because West is California, Oregon, and Washington. Over. I understand that. In fact, my wife is from Fort Collins, Colorado, and she says her mom always says they should have annexed the flatlands beyond the Rockies going east to Kansas.
Very funny. And a small world. My folks are from Fort Collins. I've spent time there as well, all on down the Front Range. I spent several years in Aurora, 11 years in Colorado Springs, and we got family up in Cascade, have some good friends up in Red Feather. So I know the area. I'm sure you do as well.
Well, I do as well, only because of my wife. I was actually born many decades ago in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I kind of explored the southern end of things up into southern Colorado, and so yeah, that was definitely something I will never forget. And then I had to take my kids out there to show them how much different that part of our country is than, say, even where you are or I am.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, there are just multiple locations in the U.S. that are just phenomenal, and every little area has its niche and its appeal. I mean, to me, that's the great thing about the United States. And just about anywhere you go, you can go, yeah, I could stay here. I could do this. And of course, you know, little areas are different and with, you know, different traditions and those kind of things. But I certainly can relate to that. You know, from being in Colorado and then moving back here into this area, you know, things are different. Of course, the weather associated with it and so forth, with the good and the bad, of course. But yeah, I certainly understand that, and I always say that home's where you hang your hat, and right now, this is where we're at there. Go ahead.
Hey, there you go. The only part of the country I've not been New England and southern states like Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. But that's okay. I'm good. I've probably hit at least 40, so I'm good from that aspect. And I've got relatives up in New Jersey, Florida, Arkansas. So if I need some place to go to get out of where I hang my hat, there you go. But you know, I heard your signal, and I was like, man, I want to talk to this guy. I don't know why, but you've got a marvelous signal. Your audio is clear, and I didn't even tune the radio up. I didn't even match tell you how much RF I'm putting out at the antenna high.
Well, I appreciate that. We're kind of down a radio. Our main radio here, and this is what we call Studio A. It's now called Studio A minus. We have a relatively new Yaesu FTDX10 that stopped to transmit on us. That's being sent back to Yaesu in California. So we're on our backup rig, which is I think you may have heard of it, the ICOM 7300. And we've got that paired with the Heil ICM microphone. So we're letting those two do their work, and then we're letting the antenna hex beam do the rest there, Roger.
Roger. So I'm running a Kenwood TS680, about 34 years old, an MFJ Versa Tuner 5.
Frequency in use is a frequency in use.
Yes, sir, it is.
This is a tune, and a multi-band trap dipole and my backup radio is an HW101. So you might call me an old timer. Hi.
Well, here's the thing about equipment, and I've said this many times. It has no idea how old it is. It's designed, especially for radio, it's just designed to transmit and receive. It doesn't know anything other than that. And if they work, they work. There's no doubt about it. Now, I will say something about Kenwood. They do have a very unique audio sound quality to them that's always just a little bit different than some of the other brands. And we started with Kenwood years ago, and kind of gravitated to some others just to kind of get an idea, how they operated as well. And once you start getting mic cords and erector cables and those kind of things, you kind of narrow it down, or at least try to keep it down to a certain brand. That's what we did. But now you sound terrific in my receive. It's very clear as well. It has good fidelity. I hear the mids, lows, and highs. It's working in my receive there. Go ahead.
Contact.
Yeah, stand by.
Change of life again with the different voice changes? No, I'm just kidding. Very good. Yeah, well, interestingly, I've pretty much stayed with Kenwood on the HF side, and if you go over to anything above 6 meters, it's all ICOM.
Yeah, I certainly understand that. And I think they all have their niche. They all seem to do pretty well. But there's some that work a little better on certain bands. But you just don't know. And again, they all make good radios, or they wouldn't be still making them. Again, it's kind of like that Ford, Chevy, and Dodge thing. That's kind of how I relate it to. But again, I think they all work well. They all have a little pluses and minuses to them. I don't know if there is a perfect radio. Maybe there is a perfect amp. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. But that would be another conversation, Mike, for sure. So, hey, listen, I want to hold it up here. We see if we can make a few more contacts this evening while we're doing the live stream, and see how the band plays out. We may have to go to 40 meters here after a while, but thanks for giving us a call this evening. I do appreciate it. I don't see a contact in the log, so thank you very much for the first one. So you and yours be safe and be well. Hope we have a great weekend coming up. We are going to be live streaming portable. Over starting tomorrow through the weekend. We're going to be east of us by a couple hours, and we're going to be taking the show on the road strictly battery. Everything will be on battery, so we're looking forward to that as well. So if you hear us out there, by all means, give us a call back, and we'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. In the meantime, I'll say 7-3, so we do appreciate you taking the time to give us a call, and glad we had a chance to have a QSO. Whiskey Bravo 8 Victor November Hotel, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. Thank you again, sir. 7-3.
Very good, Randy. Kilo Delta 2 Bravo Echo November 4 Papa Whiskey.
Yeah, wait for him to clear, guys. Just wait for him to clear.
Let's see here.
Kilo Delta 6 India Quebec Whiskey.
Yeah, just wait for him to clear.
This is K0RWB. This is Whiskey Baker 8. Very nice ham. Going QRT.
Okay, hey, thanks again. We do appreciate it. Again, like I said, be safe and be well, and have a great weekend. 7-3s. QRZ, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. I think I did hear a Kilo Delta station. Come back with your complete call, please.
Good evening.
Kilo Delta 6 India Quebec Whiskey. Good evening, Randy.
KD2BEN. Name is Richard.
The Kilo Delta 6 India Quebec Whiskey. Is that Mark? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Randy. Good to hear your voice. A lot of QSC tonight. So your signal kind of goes up and down, but it's good to hear your voice.
Well, we're back on 20, so let me turn the beam around your way, Mark. Yeah, it's been a while. Had little technical difficulties. The FTDX10 is down and out right now, so we're having to send it off to Yaesu. So we brought the Studio B radio, the 7300, up here in the shack, got everything dialed in. So the one reason why the live stream picture looks a little different there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Nothing wrong with the 7300, that's for sure. We just got done working on putting up our 3-wire terminated dipole for 40 and 80 meters. Haven't really been able to play with it. The SWRs look very promising. But, of course, I'm on the hex beam going towards you right now. But there's no doubt that you putting the beam towards us certainly helped your signal.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really glad it's doing that. Yeah, you've been bumping 5.9 plus, so I know that I had a feeling you'd come up in my receive. So I'm glad to see that's working for both of us. But yeah, it's been a while. But again, it's just been kind of a crazy time. We did a portable a couple of weeks ago and down in Table Rock Lake, kind of southwest Missouri, and we had the setup there as well and worked fine. Had the rig back up here last week or whatever the time was and use it a little bit. But yesterday she just didn't want to do anything. So it is what it is. But you know what? This isn't too bad either. I just wish we could put the actual display on the live stream. But so well, that's just the way it works there, Roger.
Yep, I understand that. I've kind of wanted to play with those toys myself, being limited on the 7300, but yeah, it's one of the reasons I found you here. I did try to call you while you were at Table Rock, but you weren't able to hear me over the other folks, but that's just the way it goes. I fished Table Rock and Lake Taneycomo a few times as a young man, catching bass and trout down there in Taneycomo, so I'm pretty familiar with the area, real pretty place, and enjoyed the time we spent there.
Yeah, well, we were actually staying up at Cape Fair, if you know where that at, northern part, and the resort folks there, the Shadrach Resort, they were just wonderful people. Let me throw a 40-meter dipole up over one of the buildings, and we had our other antenna up and whatever, and they were very gracious about it, and so we were able to operate Wednesday and Thursday. Friday we were not able to. We had a transition day into the weekend, and then we were tied up over the weekend. But it was a great time. We really did enjoy it. Again, if I can hear them, I try to work them. It's unfortunate we weren't able to connect. But, at that time, 40 meters was doing pretty well. And it would have been a nice contact. We did get in New York and into Florida and a couple other places, but it's unfortunate. But, hey, that's okay. We got a contact here on 20, and we'll just work with it there. Go ahead.
Yep, this is our first time on 20 together, so I was kind of surprised. I was actually looking around on 40 to test the 40 antenna and see how it's doing, since the band seems to be back out of being in total disaster mode. And but anyhow, I saw your feed there and saw that it was on 20 today, so I was kind of surprised. But good to hear your voice. I'll let other people check in, and I hope you have a safe and wonderful evening. I know a lot of storms in between the two of us, a lot of tornadoes and stuff happened today, a lot of big hail, so we'll pray for all those folks, and we'll move on. KD6IQW. Yeah,
I appreciate it very much, Mark. Nice to chance to talk with you again as well. So I do appreciate your support, you and your son both. I know we've had a chance to talk many times, and look forward to it as well. We just pull them out the best we can and work them, as long as we can there as well. So, hey, same to you. You and yours be safe and be well. Hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend coming up. And like I said, we're going to be live streaming portable starting tomorrow afternoon, early evening. Through the weekend. So again, we're going to be set up like we were, kind of like down at Table Rock. So if you hear us out there, we'll try to be listening for you, see if we can get a chance to work. But that's the intention. Mark, thanks again. Take care of yourself, brother, and we'll work you again. See you down the log. Kilo Delta 6 India Quebec Whiskey, a Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Mark. 73s.
Yep, 73s, Randy. Have a great night.
Okay.
KW clear.
Okay, sounds good. K0 RWB will be clear, and there was another Kilo Delta station. If you're still in there, try your call again, please.
Yes, good evening, Kilo Delta 2, Bravo Echo November. The name is Richard, KD2BN, QTH, New Jersey, over.
Yeah, Richard, give me 1 second to bring the beam back around. I got the name, and I want to get the full call again, but had a little bit of noise at the same time, so I'll keep talking while the beam's rotating. So hopefully you'll come up in my receive, and I'll come up in yours, and then I'll make sure that I get the call logged properly there. Go ahead.
Okay, Kilo Delta, put me on your list, too. KD2BN, the name is Richard, QTH, New Jersey, up here, northern New Jersey.
Yeah, Rich, I got you that time, and I did copy on the list, so you'll stand by there as well if you would, please. Well, thank you so much, Richard. I think you were in there earlier, so I appreciate your patience for standing by, but the other station just got you at the wire, so to speak. But we do appreciate you taking the time to give us a call. Again, here the name is Randy. We're at QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're also live streaming here on YouTube this evening and just having a great time making contacts there. Go ahead.
Okay, very good talking to you. Thanks for answering me. Yeah, I'm in my the house here in my living room. I got a super antenna about 15 feet high here, running 100 watts. Yeah, I got the antenna vertical in my living room here. 100 watts on the Yaesu 857 Delta, so get this working.
Oh, I think that's terrific. Well, I had the radio. I had the 857 Delta, terrific radio, and in the living room. I mean, that's terrific. Your signal's a great 5 and 7, sometimes bumping up to 5 and 8. So I'd say we've got some conditions. You got it dialed in perfectly there, Roger.
Roger, Andy. Yeah, it's in my living room here. I got a super antenna. It's called the super antenna. Been around. Great antenna. Very simple. Yeah, I got two of these 857 Deltas. I got one in my car, and one of them sitting here right near my dining room, and the antenna is in the living room. So very good. Thanks for coming back. I don't want to bother you here, but I appreciate it. It's a good signal from both sides here. Over.
No problem at all. Again, I never did say I was good at pileups. I don't do 5.9 QRZ, and I can't do 15 or 20 minute QSOs. We try to find a happy medium, and we try to be respectful of everybody's time. I think people appreciate that, and we try to work them the best we can with the time that we have. And I think so far has been so good. Now, I wanted one question real quick. When you say super antenna, are you talking about the MP1 by Super Antenna?
Yeah, that's the one. I got that thing for years, a couple of years. I got everything. That's a great antenna. And, all you do is screw those rods together, and I got the tripod, and I got it in my living room here. It's probably about touching the ceiling with the top of the antenna. And it's got a coil. You just move the coil up and down and give you a plastic gauge on it, and, boy, you're in business, I'll tell you.
Well, I've been using one for about 5 years. I put mine on a 4-foot tripod, and I use an antenna analyzer. I didn't get the little plastic guide, so I use my analyzer to dial it in. And I'll tell you what, the biggest thing that I found that made it work the best is I cut ground radios for each specific band, and that made more difference for my situation than anything else. A couple of months ago, I actually made a video of it. Someone had asked me about the MP1, so I made a video and put it on my YouTube channel, and you can really tell the difference. I think it comes with computer ribbon wire, and it just didn't work really well. But boy, I tell you, on 20 and 40 meters with those run about 8 ground radios with nothing but speaker wire, and that thing will just talk anywhere.
Very good, Randy. Very good. QSL. I'm running. I actually got about a 16-foot counterpoise wire is laying about a couple of feet off the ground on the other end of it near my piano here. So that's what I got. I only got one counterpoise wire.
I think that's great. And how are the SWRs? Are you able to tell me what your SWRs are?
Well, I looked on the analyzer before I hooked up. It's about 1 to 4 here, roughly 1 to 4.
Oh, that's terrific. That is terrific in your living room. So it is, again, that's the great thing about this hobby. Ham operators, we're a creative bunch. I mean, if you want to get on the air, there's a will, there's a way to do it. And you're the prime example. That is really terrific in the living room floor. And I'm thinking, why am I bother taking this thing outside if it works that good in the house there, Roger?
Yeah, we live in a condominium here in northern New Jersey, and yeah, it's terrific. I mean, I got a lot of antennas, they're all good, but this thing here, as far as versatility, unfortunately I got it up higher, I can figure it outside, but it's only about to the top of the ceiling, about 12 feet right now, Randy.
Yeah, that's right. I had mine on a little 2-foot tripod when I first got it, and it did pretty well. And I use an old a quartz halogen light stand tripod that puts it up about 4 foot. So again, and I got rid of the telescoping antenna. I took an old 102-inch whip and I measured it out and I cut it off and put it on the connector at the very top. So it gives it a little bit more stability, because I would take it portable. I'd put it in my backpack and I was off. I used to do the National Parks on the Air program in 2016, and that's the equipment I use. Same radio, same antenna, on a battery and talk all over the world. So, you know, of course, conditions help as well. But no, I think that's terrific, man. You made my night. That is really great. And again, the signal's good. The audio is terrific as well. And the antenna's on the living room floor. I can't imagine what it would do if you were in the kitchen.
Yeah, very good, Randy. Let me ask you a question. I do have the antenna that came with it, and the collapsible one. I also have that the metal. What do you call that one? That's the one that's flexible there. What do you call that? Antenna.
Yeah, I know what I'm trying to think of. I know what you're talking about. I mean, I still have the collapsible one, but you know, I just thought you get out someplace and you pushed up against something and it got bent, and you're not on the air. And again, that steel whip's awful tough to beat up. So it was a little bit more robust, and we're going to be using that antenna the next couple of days. We're going to be running a live stream portable about a couple hours northeast of our current QTH, and we'll be running that same antenna. We're going to be running everything off a battery, and it should be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Richard. Appreciate it, and thanks for standing by there. And glad we got a chance to get a QSO. So hey, be safe and enjoy your holidays coming up. Kilo Delta 2 Bravo Echo November Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy, Kansas City will be clear, my friend. 7-3. And let's see if our friend Mark is out there. Alpha 1 India Alpha down in Daytona Beach, Florida. Mark, are you in there tonight? K0 RWB, back to you. You got some feedback going on there, brother. Yeah, you got quite a little feedback there. You better check a connection or something. That don't sound like you.
How's that? Any better?
Well, it's getting better, but I can still hear a little garble, like maybe you're driving it or something. Too much compression?
Very strange. This looks better. Is it better?
Yeah, it sounds a little better. 5.6, 5.7, somewhere around there, signal.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't know what that was, but my mic cable was just a little bit loose. I tightened it, everything got nice, so good to hear you in there, Randy, and it's been a while since we chatted. Hope everything's good, everything is well here in Daytona Beach. What's up with the FTDX10, brother?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, we took it portable a couple of weeks ago down to Table Rock Lake, Southwest Missouri. Everything working fine. Brought it back up here, set it up here in the shack, and used it a day or two, no big issues. And it's been several days or so. I went to get on the air yesterday, and no matter what I did with resets, everything else, we weren't seeing any transmit power. So we made a call into Yaesu, and talked with one of the technicians. He told me to try a few things and so forth, that it didn't seem to correct anything. So he says, we'll send you out a ticket, and we'll just mail it back to us, and we'll take a look at it. And we both are kind of scratching our heads. So yeah, again, we don't know. It could be something real simple. It could be something really bad. It's just, you know, it's a 3-year warranty, so I'm not really worried about it. Thank goodness we've got a good radio as a backup, other than, you know, we can't do the external monitor display. We're using the third-party software, but other than that, we're back on the air and enjoying it there, Roger.
Okay, now, well, we hope for the best, because, you know, I know you like that radio. It's a nice radio. It's my radio's little brother. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's my radio's big little brother, because it's quite a big seller from what I hear. So let's hope we get that thing put together quickly and get it back. Meanwhile, your radio now currently sounds fantastic. And once again, you got it set up, and it's good. And do you mind playing just a little bit?
Well, again, we had to make a couple of changes yesterday to kind of get it to where it's at. I think it's okay. You know, it does not the same receiver, of course, A little bit different on the receive, but everything else seems to be working as well as it should be. And, again, we're letting the antenna do the work anyway, and we'll just keep the radio and everything else in the support role. But we're making contacts, which is nice to do that again. Again, we had some things around the area that we were not able to get on the air, but we've made a point this week to continue doing that, and really looking forward to the next couple of days running portable again there. Go ahead.
How will I find you? Will you be able to mobile put up something on Facebook or what?
Oh no, we're going to be portable live streaming. We're going to have the wireless router. You're going to get the same notification on YouTube like you do right now. So that worked for us a couple of weeks ago down Table Rock Lake, and we anticipate it working at this location as well. First time doing it with this radio, but we'll be using the other equipment. We've got our MP1 by Superintendent. Thank you, Richard, for the living room QSO, and we'll be taking the 40-meter dipole as well. So we'll have two antennas there. So I don't anticipate having an issue. We've been able to get very good internet with this wireless router, actually better than we are here at the house. So we have internet. We're going to be live streaming, so you'll get a notification on YouTube there, Roger.
That's fantastic, man. Well, we'll be looking for you. I got a gig on Sunday, but Sunday evening, dinner time, we'll be looking for you. Hopefully you'll be out there. And real nice catching up with you tonight, Randy. It's always a pleasure, man. We definitely enjoy what you do out here. So, Sevens Reach, and we'll catch up with you soon, man.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be able to get a good copy on both of us. I think we both struggle a little bit on 40 meters, so nice to have a chance to work again on 20 mark. And like I said before, always a pleasure. You've been one of the few in the beginning that helped support this channel and whatever. And I always do appreciate that, and always try to make sure we take time to give you a call and get a chance to connect again. And at least I know. Tomorrow and Friday for sure we'll be doing the portable live stream. Saturday and Sunday we'll kind of see where it's at. May have a few things to do with the YL and this location we're going to be at. We're going to be there Monday as well, so we'll be back on the air, we know, for Monday. So we'll kind of play it by ear, but we'll definitely have it set up tomorrow and Friday. God willing, the river don't rise. It should work out well. So Mark 73s, as always, be safe and be well, and we'll look forward to working the next time. Of course, you know how to get through if it doesn't work on the air initially. So look forward as well. Take care, my friend, and we'll catch you down the log, as they say. Alpha Alpha 1 Indy Alpha, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Take care, Mark.
Yes, 73 to you also, Randy. Thanks for picking me up, and we'll catch you later. AA1IA.
Okay, sounds good, Mark. We'll go ahead and clear with you and see if we can get a hold of our other station, Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf. Justin, are you in tonight? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hopefully you can copy me. This is Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf, Justin in Albany, New York. Very interesting channel. I just subscribed, and it looks great. Over.
Well, I appreciate it very much. And you found the back door of how to get on the air with me, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm a little internet savvy at my old age. But hey, you got to be if you got to keep up with these teenagers and all them around us. Anyway, so I'm going to be looking for you tomorrow, and I was wondering if you can give me a report on an antenna system. I was listening to you talk with the. I couldn't hear the other station that had the radio set up or the antenna set up inside the living room, and I heard you speaking a little bit about verticals, and I'm running a home brew phased array. I'm using two verticals, and they're east and west, and I built a phasing box using the Chrisman phasing method, and I'm wondering if you can give me a report. Right now I'm looking right towards you. I'm looking west, and I'm going to phase it to the east, and maybe you can give me a report. This is looking east, hello, looking east, and back looking west, over.
Well, let's put it this way. It is quite significant. First, your first go round, you're 5, 9 to 10 over. very good. And when you switched it to the east, you were about 5 and 4, 5 and 5. So if you want rear rejection or side rejection, you got it with that setup.
Oh, okay, excellent. And the one other test I had was a different audio profile. I'm going through some computer equalization, and I'm just going to switch over to a more broadbanded type of audio. And okay, this is Kilowatt Golf 2, Romeo Golf. So yeah, I just got back into the hobby after 10 years, and I'm trying to set up my station. So I'm trying to set it up for RAG2 type audio, like maybe this, and also for like contesting or pile up audio like the other one. Over.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Justin, and of course, if you're on my channel, you'll be able to listen to this yourself. Your first go round is really, it's very, I would like to say it's very bright. It's piercing. So if you're trying to get to a pileup or work a DX or a weak station, that would be the audio setting to have. Probably wouldn't be the best for a little bit extended QSO or a RAG2 because it's really quite bright. It's got a lot of punch to it. Your second go round is definitely pleasing. I did hear a lot of fidelity. There's some lows and highs mixed in with it. It's a little bit softer. I don't know if those are technical terms, but that's what I use to describe things. Much more pleasing to the ear. Both of them are very audible, but you can tell a significant difference with the second setting.
Okay, fantastic. And for the final trifecta, we covered 1, the phasing, 2, the audio, and for the 3 trifecta is your station. Make a comment here. Wow, fantastic station. Very good quality sounding station, very well put together. And of course, you're very technically savvy with the live streaming, and it just looks fantastic. So well done, congratulations. Just a quick note, when you were rotating your Yagi directional, I think at one point you went from 10 over down to just under 4. So you have a lot of rejection, and I would imagine I was on the side. So there's a lot of knolling and a lot of rejection off the side. I'd imagine it was the side. Give you that report. And also your audio is phenomenal. Very nice. I don't know if this will do you any justice, but here's coming back to you from my radio.
I don't know if those are technical terms, but that's what I use to describe things. Much more pleasing to the ear. Both of them are very audible, but you can tell a significant difference with the second setting.
Okay, and that was it. Over. Back to you.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and thank you for the recording. Again, I've had a lot of help. I have not done this by myself. I've had lots of operators around the country, and many that I consider my friends as well, that have helped with things. And so we had to pull this rig out of Studio B. My friend Todd in Tennessee has named the 2 different locations, Studio A, Studio B. Studio A is where I'm at right now, but we're calling it Studio A minus because our FTDX10 has gone down on us currently, so we had to pull the radio out of B, which is the IC7300. It's a great radio, but we can't display the monitor on our channel. That's really the only difference, but the audio seems to work well. And yeah, we were talking to our friend down in Mark in Daytona Beach, Florida, so we were on the side. The hex beam, I think, has great side rejection, not so much front to back, but for me, that's the bonus of being central U.S. I have to point left or right generally. So if I'm pointed your direction, I can hear just about anybody on the west coast, so to speak. Maybe not too loud, but as I rotate around, they do tend to come up in my receive, and I come up in theirs. So we do know it's working. I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. If someone tells me there's another beam out there that will run 6 through 20 for less than $1,000, I'll go buy it, but I haven't found anything, right, Roger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. You bet. Well, I've only had one, back 10 years ago, I had a Mosley 33 up, and that was a fantastic tri-bander. And I'd like to maybe get something back like that up onto the Roan 45. I had a Roan 45 tower, but I only put these two verticals for a test. I just wanted to test out the Chrisman phasing system, and I think we're gonna do two 80-meter verticals and phase them. Maybe even 40 meters too. I'm not sure. We got all kinds of projects on the back burner, or at least as an idea right now. Anyway, I won't hold it. Probably other stations want to make the contact with you, but we're going to look for you this weekend, mainly tomorrow, and who knows when else. And we'll keep an eye out on you and watch your channel whenever we get a chance. Randy, Kilo Zero, Romeo Whiskey Bravo, from the New York State Capitol. This is Justin, Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf.
Well, thank you very much, Justin. Appreciate it. And if you subscribe to the channel, you also hit that little notification bell, and that'll let you know when we go live again. And then it's just a matter of finding the frequency. I don't have a frequency. These are open to anybody. I just try to find a spot that's open that does not interfere with any other stations. And if nobody answers, if I say it's busy or not, then we'll just sit there and we'll call CQ for a while. But yeah, that helps narrow it down a little bit if you get a notification and you can look from the stream to get an idea where we're at. But I do appreciate you hanging in there. And like I said, you found the back door, and glad to do it. And I hope we have a chance to have many more QSOs. I have a feeling we probably will. Who knows? Maybe another band as well. Might even happen again this weekend. So if we can hear them, we do try to work them. Again, we don't do pileups that well. We don't do 5/9 QRZ. We don't do long QSOs. We try to work a happy medium and make sure we are respectful of everyone's time. So we do appreciate you taking the time this evening to give us a call. I really did enjoy it, and nice to see your antenna system is working, and you'll be able to listen to that on the playback as well. So you and yours be safe and be well, and we'll look forward to working you again here real soon. Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Justin. 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3, Randy. And I don't know if you can pass me along the timeline on your stream.
Yeah, stand by.
Ending here. But I'll listen out. 7-3. Have a great day. Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf out.
Okay, 7-3. We'll be clear. K0 RWB. I did hear. Looks like the Lima. It was a Lima X-ray Delta station again.
Yes, thank you very much. This is Kilo Charlie 2, Lima X-ray Delta. Good evening. My name is Rod, Romeo Oscar.
November Tango, standby, please.
In New York, Roger.
Yeah, okay. I take it as Rodney, correct?
Roger.
Oh, great, Rodney. Hey, thanks for giving us a call there. Didn't realize there were so many out there in the wings waiting, but we do appreciate you taking the time to do that. Again, the name here is Randy, and the QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and we're also streaming here on YouTube tonight there. Go ahead.
Okay, solid copy, Randy. I didn't get one of your call. I got Kilo Zero, I believe, radio. What am I missing?
Yeah, it's Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo, red, white, and blue there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, solid copy. I got you with a 5-9 plus about 10, but there is some QFC on your signal. You went down to about an S7 on that last over, and I would be curious to know how my station sounds back to you there. Go ahead.
Yeah, there is a little bit of noise on the band, and it could be that 20 is trying to tell us something. That's okay. I don't run any preamp or anything, so what it is, and I don't put a lot of stock in the signal strength as I do the audio. You're about 5 and 7 or so on the receive, but the audio is phenomenal. It really is. Very clear, very pleasant to listen to, so no problems copying it all there, Roger.
Oh, boy, you made my day, because I'm here tinkering with this desk mic. It's an MFJ microphone. It's a desk mic, actually, and it has an equalizer on it. And been playing around with it. It doesn't sound that good in my headphones, so maybe my headphones are I'm not really hearing too much punch in my headphones, so I'm thinking maybe the headphones are cheap there. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I used to think that if you sounded good in the headphones, that was it, and I'm the same as you. It does not sound good in my headphones at all, but apparently it sounds okay on the air and on the playback. So you take it for what it is. I use the headphones so the YO only has to hear one part of the conversation, and no disrespect for people checking in, but she does call it a squawk box. So we try to appease her the best we can. So we use headphones. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's better sets out there. I honestly don't remember what this set is here as well. But I really thought that was the end-all, be-all until I started listening to my audio on the playbacks on my YouTube channel, and I said that does not sound like me. So we did some tweaking and dialing in, and I got this to where it sounds like me on the phone, and that's how it sounds on the radio. Roger.
I got most of that. I'm getting some QR Nancy right now. Sounds like the woodpecker gives that sense there. But anyway, Randy, we'll wish you a good evening, and you have a good rest of the week, and thanks for coming back to my station. I'm just running a 100 watts into a TS2000, and the antenna is an Infed antenna up about, no, I'm sorry, I'm on a 2,500. So you have a good evening and work as many stations as you can. You're sounding great. Over.
Yeah, no problem at all, Rodney. I appreciate you taking the time to give us a call this evening, and I'm hoping we'll have a chance to work again. It looks like the last time we worked, believe it or not, was under my old call back in 2017, December 23rd, 2017. And that might have been when we were doing the Christmas train with my friend Bob out in West Virginia, K8NY. That might have been that time frame as well. So nice to work you 4 years later. So here we are on 20 meters, my newer call, and we're making it work there. Go ahead.
I didn't even go on QRZ yet, so so I'm not sure if my log is saying the same thing. Actually, I had a computer crash maybe about 5 years ago, so I don't know if I still have those logs if you had a contact. But anyway, I'm glad you let me know that we did have a Q-show back then, and I really try to look and see if it's still there. But anyway, nice to hear you in there, and thanks for coming back.
Yeah, Rodney, I do appreciate it. And you and yours have a great evening and a good holiday coming up. Again, we're going to be portable live stream starting tomorrow evening. So if you hear us out there again, give us a call back. We'll see if we can make the contact there. We're running strictly batteries, so it should be interesting as well. Be safe and be well, and we'll work you again down the log, no doubt. I have a feeling. So you take care. Kilo Charlie 2, Lima X-Ray Delta, a Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Rodney 73s.
NHTCK.
Papa Echo Quebec.
Yeah, let him finish, guys. Okay, Rodney, take care. And 73s, K0RWB. I did hear another station a while ago ending in November Tango. November Tango ending. Come back with your complete call, please.
November 8 Tango Charlie Kilo. Delta Alpha November. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Good afternoon, or I should say good evening.
Yeah, I got Cleveland. Give me the call if you would again, please. I had a little bit of noise on my end.
No, not a problem at all. N8TCK, November 8 Tango Charlie Kilo.
Okay, got it at that time. The other stations as well. Hang on, I'll get to you there, I promise. Hey, Dan, good evening. Thanks for giving us a call, hanging in there. Yeah, I see just south of the Cleveland Metro. nice signal. Here, again, the name here is Randy QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, very good. I just was curious, you had mentioned audio, and I had been playing with my EQ for quite a while. I just am using the microphone, the microphone that came with it. I'm talking to you on the FX1200, just with 100 watts with the wired dipole, so I'm just using the stock mic. And I was playing around with the EQ for about a year, trying to listen to it in the headphones, trying to listen to it with people playing back, and I kind of looked at it and kind of was guessing as how to make it sound better, because nothing seemed to, I could not get an accurate sound coming in through my little earphones. So I just wonder now, how does mine sound to you?
Well, I will say this: it's hot, it's bright. It's getting real close to clipping a little bit in my receive. It would be really good if you're trying to work a weak station or bust a pileup. It's a little bit on the hot side. I don't know if you're running a lot of compression. The 1200 runs 3 EQs. I have the same thing in my FTDX10. They can be real animals sometimes to get them dialed in. But when you do, they're really sing. 1200s generally have a really great audio. So what I would maybe look at is, maybe adjusting your compression or your processing just a little bit, or maybe turn your processor off and give that a listen to see how it is. Again, I tell people this all the time. I'm willing to help, but it's just my opinion in my headphones. When I do the live stream on YouTube, it's also live, but it's recording, so you have an opportunity to go back and hear yourself on the air, so to speak. Again, nobody knows your voice, Dan, as good as you do. So again, I kind of attribute to, how do you sound on the phone? Is it like you sound on the air?
Oh, I got that. Yeah, I'm real. I suppose that the microphones are all, that it's hot. But how about the? I turned the compression, the processor down a little bit. But how is the bass and treble response, the tone quality, rather than how hot it is? I did turn it down a little.
Well, it's definitely getting better in my receive, of course. Here's the great thing about opinions. Everybody's got one. Of course, in my headphones, it's starting to come around. Again, there's a lot of different settings that can be used for different type of situations. If you're wanting to have a nice long QSO, a little bit more bass can be added in, and so on and so forth. It's got some fidelity to it. I don't hear a lot of lows, but it came around that last go round from when you first called. So those changes you made, little changes go a long way, believe it or not, especially on the Yaesu products. I had a 950. It's the same EQ setup you've got in your 1200. Matter of fact, your 1200 replaced the 950. So again, little small changes can have some really big results, but the last go-round you made was really starting to come around.
All right, well, I turned the processor down quite a bit now. Not only the processor, so you think that there needs to be that, is that what you're, I know that everyone's going to, I just wonder what you're hearing. Does it sound like there needs to be more low end, would you say, on it?
No, when you just made that change with your compression, it sounds terrific. Really sounds good. That's the tone that I think people could listen to for quite a while without having to blink or kind of stand away from the microphone, if you know what I mean. But no, that sounds really good, right? What you did there.
Okay, yeah, I turned the processor down to 24. So right now, you like the tone quality right now. You've got a nice bass and treble. I appreciate your opinion. That's why I valued your opinion, because I heard you say that you made the adjustments. I do like the way you sound. So if you think that there's a nice amount of bass, a nice amount of mid and high end, then I'll leave it right there. So I put the processor at 24. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and I did this many times before with my 950. Of course, the 950 was menu driven. Yours isn't driven quite as much as that one, but I got it down to two different menus. One was power, and one was my transmit bandwidth, and that made a little difference as well. I always kept mine at about 120, 800 because I have a very low voice. I can hear that now in yours. I hear the lows in your voice now. Again, it's if it makes sense, it's like talking in a phone booth, but without it's not muffled. If that makes sense, because all I hear is you, and that's what I'm trying to strive for. And when I key, you hear me and nothing else, and it's clear. It's like right in front of you.
Right, okay, yeah. I bumped it down to 21, so I understand what you're saying, because when you're, excuse me, I think I'm going to sneeze, when you add the compression and so forth, then you're affecting the tonal quality. I understand completely. Well, I won't keep you. I know that there are probably other people that want to get in there, and that probably made a big difference, because I see it swinging around a little bit more. I'm just talking with the 100 watts. I just have a wire dipole on the roof, and that's it. But it's an honor to talk to you, Randy, and I thank you, and I did value your opinion, because I like the way your sounds. I like when you said that the wife thinks it's a squawk box. I have to laugh at that's good. Anyway, yeah, some people really don't have an ear for it, or they don't tolerate it. I have a good friend of mine I've known since junior high. I'm 57 years old, and he just does not get into this radio stuff at all. My friend, he comes visiting me once in a while, and he just he doesn't like the sound of radio at all, no matter what it is. Anyway, you take care of yourself, Randy. I won't tie it up, and I'll let you get to some other calls. And I thank you for your opinion.
Well, no problem. I'm happy to do it. And again, if you've got internet, you can go to my channel on YouTube and listen to our QSO. And here's a nice thing, and this will be really easy for you, Dan, is because of each different change, the audio has changed as well. Where I described it correctly or not, if you go back and listen to our QSO on my channel, on the YouTube channel, and then you can listen to it yourself and see where you started to where you ended, and you'll get more out of that than anybody else to tell you what you sound like.
Oh, no, not a problem. Again, I'm looking for that radio sound, where you have a good balanced tone of, highs, mids, and a good bass tone. And again, it's just a stock mic, so, the thing is, when you listen to it myself, it's like I'm still hearing myself while I'm talking. So that's kind of difficult to do. I suppose if I had it coming out of a PA system, I would be able to do better. But in the actual earphones, I can't really hear it right. Anyway, thank you, Randy, and I'll be listening. And I heard you on the other night as well, and your station sounds very good. And I'm glad that we're getting some of the late night radio conversations going again. It's nice to bring in a new sun cycle. Go ahead and thank you. NATCK.
No, I'm glad to do it, Dan. Thank you so much, and well, thanks for listening out there. Of course now we've got you in the log, so we'd like for you to check in again, and whenever you have the time and the conditions help us, we'd look forward to having a chance to talk with you again. And I'd be really interested what you think if you go and listen to the playback on your audio from when you first started to how it is now. And believe it or not, I wouldn't discount the stock mics. A lot of them sound really, really good. I mean, years ago, they throw it in the box so they can get on the air with it. But some of these microphones that are coming out of the radios now are really pretty good. So, hey, listen, be safe and be well, you and your family. Have a great holiday coming up. And, again, we're going to be portable live stream in the next couple of days, a couple hours east of us here. So if you're out and about and you hear us, give us a call, and we'll try to work you again for sure. Look forward to it. In the meantime, be safe and be well, and we'll catch you down the log. November 8, Tango Charlie Kilo, a Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Dan 73. Okay, K0 RWB, Randy in Kansas City, QRZ. Any other stations out there? Come with your call, please.
With the 8 Golf November.
Was there a KD9 station again? KD9 station?
Yeah, Kilo Delta 9.
Kilo Delta 9, Lima Echo Yankee.
Indianapolis.
The Lima Echo Yankee, standby 1. The other station just got you at the end there. The November Delta 9. Give me the call again, please.
It's Kilo Delta 9. Kilo Delta 9, Papa Delta Juliet.
Yeah, my apologies. I say it wrong, but I type it right, if that makes any sense. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving us a call this evening. Again, the name here is Randy. We're about 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Roger that. Yeah, okay. We're a straight line east-west. Copy that. Yeah, don't get there too often, so that's really neat. Propagation is on east-west instead of northwest, for north-south for a change.
Well, you know, it seemed to be that way last night as well. We took a chance and came back up here to 20 meters. We were on 40 meters last night for about an hour, and it was quite a struggle. And I got a text on the live chat there that, hey, come up and try 20. And yeah, the band was in pretty good shape. I'm looking at the waterfall now. There's quite a few stations out there. And we'll work it a little bit as long as the stations can get in there. And if it starts to die out, then we'll go down to 40 meters there, Roger.
Copy that. I don't get on as much as I'd like to these days, but I understand the sunspots are picking up, and I turned it on tonight. Yeah, good. Mighty fine signal. Good talking to you, and I'll catch you again soon, I hope. KD9PDJ, I'll be on the side.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, I appreciate it, and you know, you guys are going to have a great big weekend there in your part of the country. Matter of fact, there's a special event that's been going on right now. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to work them there. I think it was Whiskey 9 India Mike Sierra in Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think they do it every year. I think they're working through the weekend. I did have a chance to talk with them, a couple of them yesterday, to make some contacts, and then they're doing it again in the August race when NASCAR shows up. So yeah, it should be a fun weekend in your part of the country there, and I'm hoping they have a great race as well. Hopefully no rainouts or that kind of thing. But hey, thanks for giving us a call. I do appreciate it, and well, I'm sure we'll have a chance to work again. At least I hope so. In the meantime, be safe and be well there, and enjoy the rest of your evening and a great holiday coming up. Kilo Delta 9, Papa Delta Juliet, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, 7-3. There was the other, I think it was November Delta station ending in Lima Echo Yankee, I believe. Come back with your call, please.
The Pagoda.
Kilo Delta 9, Lima Echo Yankee.
There he is. Kilo Delta 9, Lima Echo Yankee. Hey, Mike, thanks for standing by, my friend. The other station just kind of nipped you at the wire there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. I've been listening to you for a while, so thought I had a chance. I jumped in there.
Well, I'm glad you did. You know, again, you know, the short skip on 20 is really surprising. Indianapolis, I think you're around, if I looked right, the Albany area. So again, not a big distance between us, but band seems to be holding up there for us here. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've been up in California, and I've heard a lot of Kansas, Missouri stations in there tonight, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's again. I guess that's good to hear that. You know, the bands are starting to open, and they're staying open a little bit longer. I think that's great. The last 7-8 weeks, we've been down on 40 meters in the evenings, and had just a wonderful time. Tons and tons of contacts, and signals have been really good. And then, you know, the last couple of days, it really started to be a struggle. So, again, we got a message from a friend on live chat, said, hey, go to 20 meters. And we did that last night, and worked the entire time that we had, and so far tonight is working as well. Don't know exactly where the band is going to end up, but, you know, again, right now it's working well and having a good time making contacts there. Mike, go ahead.
K3 IFO. Yeah, that's good. You're my third contact.
Yeah, stand by.
I just picked up an ICOM 746 at a headset, so yeah, it's working out really well.
Yeah, again, you sound good in my receive. You know, your signal's 5, 7, 5, and 8, which has been pretty consistent with a lot of other stations around here as well. So, yeah, again, I don't put a lot of stock in the signal strength as I do the audio. That's really kind of what does the work for us. And, you know, that's clear and audible. That's kind of what we're looking for, Roger.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, your 5-line here. Very, very nice audio. Call sign again, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you know, it never fails. as soon as I say that, then the band starts to take a dip on us and goes this way and sideways. But I told a couple of stations last night, if conditions were great day in and day out, we'd get so bored we'd go do something else. So when the conditions are challenging and we're able to make those contacts, I think it means a little bit more, and we work a little harder to be able to get that QSO. So we'll just work the conditions the way they are there. Go ahead.
Yep, that's very true. We'll move around where they move around. I don't have an issue doing that at all.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I do like 6 through 20 where we can use the beam, but the old dipole on 40 meters has served me well as well. So again, wherever the business is, so to speak, and where we can make the contacts and have some fun in the process, that's what we'll do. And again, we've been really fortunate. 20 meters has been good, 40 meters has been good, and I hope it continues to be that way as the cycle moves on there. Go ahead.
Yeah, that'll be awesome if it continues that way. Get my feet wet anyway, so. Well, I'm going to get off of here. My kids have got the TV up all the way, so I guess I'm going to watch some TV. Thanks for the QSO, and maybe we'll catch you further down the log. This is KD9LEY.
Well, I appreciate it, Mike, and we know how it's like when somebody wants to do TV. I certainly get that as well. So, hey, we appreciate you hanging in there, and I'm glad we got a chance to connect, and look forward to having a chance to work you again. If you hear us out there, by all means, give us a call. We'll try to connect with you, and we'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. You and yours be safe and be well. Have a great holiday that's coming up, and look forward to working you again. Kilo Delta 9 Lima Echo Yankee, a Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Mike. 7-3s.
November Yankee.
Okay, we'll go ahead and clear. The other station we heard a while ago, Kilo 3 India Foxtrot Lima. Are you still there? Go ahead.
Kilo 3 India Foxtrot Oscar. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies, Oscar. I just typed it in there wrong. Well, I appreciate that. Joe, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you located? Go ahead.
The QTH, we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, right on the I-70 corridor. And the handle, the name here is Randy. Go ahead.
Randy, I'm Joe. Juliet Oscar Echo, just north of Washington, D.C. Go ahead. Oh, fine business.
Again, that's an area I don't get in too often. Last night I was very fortunate. The location was Washington, D.C., which was really unusual for me. I think it's timing on my part, but nice to see that part of the country. The band is open there. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're 10 over. Go ahead.
Well, I'm glad to see the antenna's doing what it's supposed to. I did kind of dial it a little bit more your direction. We were kind of pointed to the northeast, and now we've got it set a little bit more to the east. So you came up on my receiver, and hopefully I came up in yours as well.
You did. K3 IFO.
Well, that's great. Again, we're just calling CQ tonight and see if we can make a few contacts, have a little bit of fun, and see how things are going on in different parts of the country. And I think so far so good.
Roger. So I'm going to say 73 and check out K3 IFO. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe, and I appreciate you standing by there. Like I said, the other station just kind of nipped you at the wire there, but we do appreciate you taking the time to give us a call this evening, and hope things go well in your part of the country as well. Have a great what's left of the evening, and have a good holiday coming up, and we'll have a chance to work again, I have no doubt. We'll say 7-3 Chanel. Kilo 3 India Foxtrot Oscar, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, Joe. 7-3. Okay, K0 RWB, QRZ, any other stations? Come with your call sign, please.
Echo Quebec.
There's a bunch of you in there. I was able to pull out just a little bit. Echo Quebec station. Echo Quebec again, please. Okay, November 2, Papa Echo Quebec. Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, Randy. I think I've spoken to you before on 40 meters, if I remember correctly. I don't have my logbook wrote from here. I think I remember speaking to you, and I'm sure you'll know better than I do right now, but I'm pretty sure. The name here is JR, located up in Schenectady, New York. Over?
Yeah, I'd like to think that my log is up to date, but there's been, like many people, there's been several revisions of computers and downloads and so forth. I'm showing a contact on May 20th of 2014 on 20 meters. Now, maybe there's other ones, but that's what I'm showing in this particular log.
Okay, well, maybe I'm thinking about somebody else, but, right now I'm running a Kenwood 570. Kenwood 570 with a horrible antenna. My antenna is literally on the ground and not in any real shape. So I'm surprised it's even working at all. Over.
Well, I didn't have any trouble hearing you because, again, lots of them out there, but I wasn't able to pull out, and then I pulled your partial. So you're doing fine. 5 and 5, 5 and 7, that's okay. Again, I don't run any preamp. We run them the way they are, but we like to let the audio do the work, and we didn't have a problem once we got your full call in there. So nice to see that the band is still open in your part of the country. Don't know for how long. Didn't think it would be open this long, but we're going to give it a go and see if we can make some contacts in the time we have and just have some fun as well there. Go ahead.
Oh, I know. That's why I always say to people, have fun with ham radio because, in my opinion, it's the greatest hobby ever had, so it's, I like to tell everybody to have fun in ham radio or with ham radio and enjoy it because there's many things that people can do with the hobby and, I like the rag show as well. So it's a lot of fun. I usually work my friend's station. He's got a remote station that I work at 950 through remotehams.com, and but I'm on my own station right now, which I'm really amazed that I'm even making this cute. So, like I said, I'm up in Schenectady, New York, and having fun with the band and having fun with listening to you working on the station. So I'm going to let you get back to it. But I'm definitely going to go put you in my log because that's an enjoyable QSO, and I like to log everybody that I have a QSO with. So sounds terrific. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I don't know, hopefully soon we'll all be able to get rid of these masks and get back into hopefully meeting in person and getting back to Hamfest. Back over to you, Randy.
Yeah, no problem at all. I kind of feel the same way you do. It is a terrific hobby. There is something for everybody, whether that's working phone or RTTY, the digital modes, or CW, or making antennas, everything in between, which I think is terrific. And there's a price point for everybody as well. You don't need to spend a lot of money to get on the air and make contacts and be successful at it. And that's the great thing about this hobby. Again, we're kind of at the beck and call of the conditions in the band, propagation. But if there's a will, there's a way. We're a very creative bunch, and that's what I enjoy about the hobby. So we'll excuse me. We'll say 7-3 tonight. Thank you for giving us a call, even if you have the antenna on the ground, and we'll let you finish it up.
Right now, so that's about it for as far as power is concerned.
November 1, Juliet Whiskey Sierra.
You can tell I didn't spend a lot of money into the hobby. Would like to buy.
Yeah, stand by.
Sounds really good, but being 100% totally blind, I don't know if I want to, if that's the right rig for me. But either way, I'm still going to have fun with the hobby. 73 for now, and we'll chat soon. Here is NC.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it very much. And Frog went down the wrong side. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and sure we'll have a chance to talk again. November 2, Paca Echo, Quebec, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again, 7-3.
November Yankee, 3 Hotel.
Yeah, stand by, 3 Hotel. I had another one that came in before. November 1, Juliet Whiskey Sierra. You still there?
Yes, I'm still here, Randy. You got John up in the state of Maine. Just wanted to let you know.
What you call?
You're coming in good when you had the beam pointed to the northeast, and then when you turned it south. But you're still coming in good. And and I have you down as Missouri, but you say you're in Kansas.
Oh, gosh, John, I would never, ever say that. I would never say that. No, we're on the Missouri side. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, right on the I-70 corridor. I got to stop drinking this water. It's making my voice change, or I apologize for that. Something went down the wrong side there, and I almost forgot how to talk. But, no, we're on the Missouri side, John, and I'm glad to see that if we rotate the beam, it's working. I'm glad it's doing what it's supposed to. That's kind of what we're paying it to do. And we're making it do most of the work. So we've got it pointed up your direction. So a very good signal on you, and really good audio as well. Roger?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're running a 7300 with a small test mic. I think it's a something 30. But it seems to do a good job. We're pleased with it. I'd really like to get a Heil mic, but this one works too good.
Yeah, again, if it works, why change it up? I feel the same way. Wanted to do some different elevations with the dipole, but it always seems to work so good. I hate to mess with it and mess it up, so we leave it alone. We're running the 7300 here as well. We pulled it out of our alternate shack. Our primary radio has been sent off for repairs. I will say this, the microphone you're running and the audio sounds quite well. This is the Heil ICM microphone that we have paired with the 7300. It seems to be quite popular setup. It works really well for us. Again, I'm not suggesting a change at all, but if you get an idea of what it sounds like in your receive, if you ever contemplate it, they do match up quite well. It's a very inexpensive microphone for Heil, and I think it would serve you well there. Go ahead.
I considered that one. The one that I'm looking at is, I forget the model number, but it's a desktop mic, and it's got a little boom on it. But I've heard about that ICM mic. But I'm going to stick with this 30. It's an ICOM mic, and it's the cheap one. And people say it works better than the expensive one. So we'll stick with it for now.
No, I certainly understand that, and I mentioned that earlier to another station. A lot of the stock mics, especially the one out of the 7300. I've talked to several, and I really thought they were running a aftermarket mic, and they've really got them dialed in. And there's a lot of new radios today that the stock microphones sound really, really well. So, again, if you get them dialed in just right, they do quite well. So, and I have no problem with that. If there's a chance to save a couple dollars, it means I can put it someplace else there, Roger.
Yeah, you and me both. Okay, Randy, I'm going to say 73s. I've got somebody that I was talking to on VHF, and he's sitting there waiting. I'll say 73s and let you know I appreciate the contact, and we'll put you in the QRZ log. So take care. Good talking to you.
Yeah, thank you, John, for giving us a call this evening. And, by all means, head over to your other contact. I have a feeling we'll have a chance to talk again. Lisa, I hope we have a chance to work, no doubt. So be safe and be well. Have a great holiday coming up. November 1, Juliet Whiskey Sierra, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, John. 7-3.
7-3.
Okay, any other stations, QRZ?
Kilo Charlie 3 Hotel Romeo Sierra.
November Yankee 3 Hotel.
The Romeo Sierra again, please.
Juliet Kilo Charlie 3 Hotel Romeo Sierra 73. Randy, what's happening, my buddy?
Hey, where you been? Man, it's been an ages. This is, I don't know. There's the guy that got me started. He gave me all this cool stuff to put on the air, man. How are you?
Everything's good, my friend. You're sounding great, man. I'm really happy that you're keeping our DX companions happy and giving us something to work with. But no, it's great, man, to be on 20 meters at 9:30 p.m. It's incredible. here in Philadelphia. We have a little weather coming through, so I get a couple of static crashes. But you're 20 dB over S9. Go ahead.
I was just going to say you're 20 as well. You really are. And I appreciate you saying it sounds good. This is the backup rig. This is 7300. My FTDX10 decided not to transmit, so we have to send it back to California to Yaesu. So, they say in amateur radio 2 is 1 and 1 is none, so I guess I've got none.
Roger. Yeah, I pulled the trigger too. I actually got rid of my 7300, and I'm talking to you on FTDX10 as well with the Heil PR781. So yeah, I broke the little piggy bank open and got my pennies and quarters out and made the change. Go ahead.
No, I love the radio. Again, when I was talking with the technician, we were trying to troubleshoot the radio. We were both kind of stumped, and I felt like, hey, did I miss something? And he said no. So he showed me a couple of things on the phone to do a different kind of a reset, and just in case there was something that in something I'd saved or whatever, and it just didn't work. But the way it is. And as we got talking, I told him about this radio. I said, but we have the primary. And the biggest difference is the external monitor feature and that DNR. Boy, I tell you what, that's a terrific receiver, and you just can't beat that DNR.
Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey, Bravo, Kilo Charlie 3, Hotel Romeo Sierra. Yeah, absolutely. I think I was blown away. I've never heard a receiver like the DX10. Never. I mean, nothing even close. The noise reduction on this thing is just simply amazing. At one point, I had it dial in so well, I thought that I was on 2 meters, and I looked down at my dial, and I was sitting on 20 meters in the middle of the afternoon, and I was just blown away by the quality of the receiver. The transmit audio is great, but I'm telling you, never heard anything quite like the receive on this rig. Go ahead.
Oh, no doubt. Well, the thing that I didn't know was that the DNR is adjustable. I'm sure you know that as well. Hold it in, and then you can use the function dial to dial it. I didn't realize that. I mean, that was really pretty crazy. It really is. And using the external monitor with a video capture card, that's why I was able to put the display up on the channel. That was also a game changer. So it basically left an open monitor for me to run other things. I run 3 monitors, and with this setup, I have to use one of the monitors for the display. But again, we're on the air, we're making contacts. We shouldn't complain. We're having fun anyway.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. That we can have all the toys in the world, but if we can't get on the air, we're kind of just like killing time. But it's really great to hear you, man. I don't think we talked since let me see what my last contact here was. Wow, February. I don't think we've talked since February. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got February 19th on 20 meters. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, you're a busy guy. I get it. You're doing all this graphic stuff. I get it. You're a busy guy. Hey, well, it wasn't much longer after that we went to 40 meters because 20 was really starting to dry up for me here, and it was a really struggle to make any contacts. And we went down to 40 meters, and it just exploded. And it just hated to leave. And there's wonderful people there. I mean, there's on any band, of course, but last night we tried 40 for an hour, and it was a real struggle. And then my friend Glenn sent me a chat and said, hey, try 20 meters. And we came up here on 20. I was like, wow, this is great. So we thought we'd give it a go again. I didn't expect to be here this long, but it's been, an hour 36, and we're still going strong.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to hold up for maybe another half hour or something. So, it's fantastic to be here on 20 meters and 9:45, Yeah, absolutely amazing. Randy, I'm going to let you go so you can pick up some more contact, man. It's been really great to talk to you. I'm going to send you an email. Maybe we can get you some new toys there for your YouTube channel. It's looking great. I'm glad you're getting the subscriber number up there. Go ahead.
Well, it's not how I really want. It wasn't the main focus. Since Alex, you and Alex and a couple others, have really kind of helped get this thing going where it's at. And I just wanted to have some fun with it. I wanted other people to enjoy it. I really enjoyed listening to the playbacks because that's kind of helped me change the audio, and I just thought if I could do that, Alex helped me pay it forward. If I could do that as well, hey, great. And it's just kind of blossomed to where it's at. We're just having a great time. Like I said, tomorrow night we're going to be portable live streaming. We're taking the show on the road. We're going about 2.5 hours northeast of our current QTH. We're going to run everything on battery like we did a couple of weeks ago down at Table Rock Lake in southwest Missouri. And we're going to make some contacts, by golly, and have fun in the process.
Roger that. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. I think yeah. If nobody likes their audio, if you can't hear what your audio sounds like over the air on somebody else's rig, you'll tweak it until you like it. And when you like it, that's what it's really all about. You need to like your audio, and then that kind of gets the blood boiling, and you really want to get out there and make some contacts. No problem, buddy. See if I'll look for you tomorrow night and see if we can do this one more time. Hopefully I get a little more time to do a little more radio. The church is back to operation full time, so I just got done with a Bible study around 45 minutes ago. So turned on the radio, 20 meters was kicking. So, and who do I find? Is my buddy from Red, White, and Blue. So, Randy, great to hear you. God bless you. Take care. 73. Best to you and your family. I hope to catch you soon. Kilo Zero, Red, White, and Blue. KC3HRS 73, my friend.
Oh, I enjoy it. Yeah, I look forward to it. Again, life gets in the way. I get it, but always a pleasure to hear you out there. And again, I wouldn't have anything to put on the display if it wasn't for you. And I added a few things. I got a flag and I got a little banner and so forth. But you put all the graphics together, so we have to give you big kudos for that. So yeah, I'm still good in QRZ. Send me an email. I'll do what you need. I'm here for you as well. So you tell me how I can help. Hey, be safe and be well, man. Hopefully we'll have a chance to hook up the next couple of days. Look forward to it. So let's say 7-3s for now. Kilo Charlie 3, Hotel Romeo Sierra, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, 7-3s.
73, Randy. Nice to hear you. Kilo 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Kilo Charlie 3, Hotel Romeo Sierra, 73. Bye-bye.
Okay, 7-3s. And let's see if Bill is out there. Bill sent me a message, and he's been patiently sitting out there. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Bravo Papa. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Bravo Papa. Are you still out there, Bill? Go ahead.
Delta Bravo Papa, William in Western North Carolina. KB3 US.
Hey, there he is down in North Carolina. Let me swing this thing around, William, and see if we can get a little bit better copy on you. Hopefully you'll come up in my receive and I'll come up in yours there. Go ahead. William, you still in there? Hope we didn't lose you. I didn't turn it too far for you there. Go ahead. Yeah, I may have started it too late there. We'll see what happens, but it is getting a little bit more noisy on my end here. I don't know how much longer we've got on 20 meters, but we did see you on the chat and wanted to try to get back to you there, Roger.
Roger, yeah. Yeah, it's really noisy on this end now. Thought I'd say hello and hope to get you tomorrow when you run the portable. Do you know about what time you'll be on?
Yeah, I was just going to answer that. It's probably going to be about the same time as we did tonight, about 7 o'clock Central is about the time frame. We've got some setup we've got to get done on two different fronts. Get the setup that we're going to be staying in, and then trying to get all the equipment set up to get ready to live stream at 7 p.m. With the monitor, the computers, make sure all the batteries are charged and that kind of thing. So that's what we're anticipating. Again, I would suggest that if you hit my notification bell there on the live stream, you'll know exactly when we go live, and then you can find it that way. Or, again, just kind of look for us on at 7 o'clock. We're going to start, I think we're going to start here on 20 meters and see how that works. We've got a couple of different antennas with us. We're going to try it and see how that works for us on 20, and if not, we'll flip over and go to 40 meters there. Go ahead. Hey, thank you, William. I appreciate you hanging in there, my friend, and I'm glad we got a short QSO. Hopefully we'll get another one tomorrow or the day after. We'll see how it works out, but I look forward to it. In the meantime, enjoy what's left of the evening. Be safe and be well, and hopefully we'll talk again tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Bravo Papa, a Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, William. 7 threes.
Kilo Bravo 3, United Frank Bravo.
Okay, this is K0 RWB. We've got time for a couple more calls. We'll have to shut down at the top of the hour. I did hear was it a Kilo Bravo 3 station again?
Yeah, Kilo Bravo 3, United Frank Bravo. Name is Tommy out here in Bath, Pennsylvania. John, I think Randy is right.
Yes, sir. The name here is Randy at QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City of Missouri. And thank you, Tommy, for giving us a call. Looks like Easton, Allentown area there. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. I'm in a little town called Bath. The population over here is about 1,000 people in this little town. But I got the beam pointed toward you, and you're over 20 over 9.
Well, I'm glad to see my antenna is doing what it's supposed to. I appreciate that. Nice signal on you as well. And by the way, really nice audio. Very nice audio to listen to. Nice and clear. Nothing else in the way except for you. In the old days, they would have said armchair copy there, Roger.
Yeah, QSL.
A ton of bricks.
And a ton of bricks.
Strictly 100 watts with the AT230 antenna, tuner, and a short desk microphone.
You know what? If it works, it works, and it's certainly working tonight. Of course, I got to give some credit to propagation as well. So I guess we can't take all the credit with the equipment. We got to have a little help with propagation. And again, so far so good. In your part of the world, that's 9:30 at night, and 20 is still open. So I guess that's a good thing there, Roger.
It's actually 10 o'clock now. It's 9:52, and it was still open. I was on here last night, and it was 20 meters didn't drop out until about 11 o'clock. And I figured, let me show you what 10 meters is doing. 10 meters is open all the way up until about 2 o'clock this morning.
Wow, that's great. That's one band I don't get up to very often. I probably need to start just kind of going by there a little bit more. We like to work 20, we like 17, even 15 meters is really good. Kind of make a little bit more time to get up around 10 meters. The problem is, too much time gets in the way. We don't have as much time for radio. That's kind of why we're doing this in the evenings. We've got a few hours here and there that we can squeeze in, but that's good information to know. I appreciate that. So we're going to kind of give a listen there for 10 meters. I always enjoyed that band in years past there. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL there, Randy. I noticed we chatted back in January of this year on 243 here also. But like I said, you got a beautiful audio, and I heard you saying you got a hell of a microphone there. Never got into that yet, but I did come across a Kenwood 850S there about a year ago at a yard sale, and I got that for $25. I should put that radio on, see how it works sometimes.
I think that's great. Well, I've heard of other operators in the last several months have kind of either rescued them from dumpsters, or they've been at some estate sales that the family is having to sell items from a loved one, and not really sure what it is and so forth. Well, I think that's terrific. It sounds like a great price as well. And I tell people all the time, the equipment has no idea how old it is. It's designed to work, to transmit and receive if it's a radio and so forth. So hey, if it works, it works. I think that'd be great. And I think it'd be nice to have a chance to hear you on the other radio there, Roger.
Yeah, copy that. Well, I heard you saying something about going on live stream tomorrow night. Maybe I'll put that radio on and look for you tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's the intention anyway. We did a portable live stream a couple of weeks ago down in Southwest Missouri on 2 nights in a row, and it was pretty good. It was on 40 meters. Maybe it might be a little bit different, but we're going to take a couple of different antennas with us for this trip, and I think we're going to try to work on 20. Of course, it won't be the hex beam, of course. We're going to be on a little vertical that we've used in years past. And then we'll have a 40-meter dipole up as well. So we should be able to operate 20 and 40. Now, how good and how well, we don't know until we try, but we're going to have some fun giving it a go anyway there, Roger.
Yeah, copy that. Well, that's like a
couple of my buddies there. We helped clean out a past president for a local radio club here over the summer. He passed away, and about a year and a half ago, and his daughter decided to sell the house. And we came across some antennas that he was actually had the patent for it, the wire antennas with a choke and the whole 9 yards. And one of the guys actually put it up. He can actually talk vocally to me on it on 40 meters. So we're going to look into those patent schematics and see what kind of what we can actually do. Maybe we can get them out on the airwaves somewhere.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Should be a lot of fun as well. There's a lot of operators that I've talked with just in the past several months that have resurrected from radios. I mean, way above my pay grade. I couldn't touch it for anything. And I mean, they've really done a complete restoration, and some of these old Drakes and what have you, and they sound just terrific. And, it takes a lot, a little pride and effort, to get to that point. And you can really tell in their voice, how excited they are, how well the equipment works, and so forth. So, yeah, I think that'd be great. I think a lot of the equipment kind of gets looked over, as years go on and so forth. But and there are some advantages, of course, to the newer technology, no doubt about it. But some of the older stuff, some of the older radios have a certain audio quality that I just don't think the new radios have, and that can be really nice as well, there, Roger.
Ray, I got to give you a flower bouquet real quick.
I know you're trying to get a few other people before you got to get off, so I'm not going to hold it up. I'll look for you tomorrow night. I'll see what to that up on the DX chart there, and I'll come looking for you. Hey, Randy, nice making the acquaintance with you again. Hope everything's good out there. We got our 2 shots for the COVID, so we don't have to worry about wearing masks anymore over here in Pennsylvania. But the wife, she's on oxygen. She's got her 2 shots, and hopefully everybody stays safe for the rest of the year. Nice talking with you, Randy. K0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, KB3 UFA on your final.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine. I appreciate you giving us a call. Again, you sound very good in my receive. Really good signal as well. So nice to see the band is open in Bath, New Jersey. I guess I said that right, thereabouts. I had made sure I looked it up. So you and yours be safe and be well. Glad to see the missus have gotten her shots, and hopefully everybody we'll all get through this together, I hope, to think. So, yeah, look for us again tomorrow evening. That's the intention anyway, to get out here and try it portable on battery. Should be a lot of fun. It could be a great success or a big failure. We won't know until we try, but we'll see what happens. Hey, thanks again. Take care. Kilo Bravo 3, Uniform Foxtrot Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Well, thanks again, Tommy 73s.
It's Bath, Pennsylvania. It's in between Wingate, Pennsylvania, and Allentown, Pennsylvania. Little town, Bath, Pennsylvania. 73 there, Randy. Nice talk, chatting.
Yeah, well, I had to Bath. I had to state wrong. It's PA. Got you that time. Thanks for the correction. Appreciate it. K0 RWB, we've got time for one more call. QRZ.
November 2, Uniform Kilo K9TK in Florida.
The November 2 station again, please.
November 2, Uniform Zulu Kilo.
Oh, gosh, that sounds like Glenn. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just been going in and out of the shack for the last hour and a half, and every time I come by, all I hear is you, and you're been a constant 10 over, man.
Well, does that mean we've got open conditions into Florida? Maybe so.
Yeah, you're sounding good. I'm not going to hold it. I just wanted to say hello. And real quick, irony of ironies, you were talking earlier to somebody who had an antenna in their living room or something?
I sure did, Richard. And I have the antenna. He kept saying Super Antenna. Well, I know there's others out there as well, but it's the MP1 by Super Antenna. I have one as well. It's a manual screwdriver, basically. And it's a portable antenna, really. You can collapse it down to about a foot. You've got two 12-inch extenders. You've got the coil, and you've got a small collapsible antenna that you can put on top. And it comes with this own little mount, and it comes with a C-clamp. You can put it on the picnic table. You can put it on a side of a tripod, whatever. And it does come with ribbon wire as a counterpoise, and I don't think it's really good. Where I got the performance out of mine was I cut ground radio specific reach band, and that made a world of difference. But yeah, Richard had the antenna on his living room floor, and he said the antenna almost touched the ceiling, and he was 5'7", 5'9". I mean, on 100 watts, and sounded terrific. So it's really glad to hear that.
Yeah, I could even hear him here. I said, wow, that is really cool. Okay, Randy, wish you a good night, and wish you well, and we'll catch you maybe tomorrow when you're portable. 73s and to UZK.
Okay, Glenn. Yeah, we're going to give it a go, so hopefully we'll have a chance to connect. Again, always a little apprehension when you go into this. You know, is it going to work or not? Am I going to call CQ for 10 minutes and nobody answers? Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm still looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. Hey, thanks, Glenn. Take care. November 2, Uniform Zulu Kilo, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Since that was so short, we're going to take one more call. QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet, Papa.
The Kilo Charlie question mark Papa station?
Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet, Papa.
That's an unusual call, Roy. Hey, thanks for giving us a call. I couldn't say it 3 times fast, but I'm sure you're a lot better than I am. Hey, thanks for giving us a call here for the last one this evening. Again, the name is Randy, QTH, 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and we've got you live here on YouTube as well. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Randy, very good. Yeah, I've heard you off and on here past a couple minutes and whatnot. Name here, you got the name Roy, Romeo Oscar Yankee. I'm in the state of Maryland, just 15 miles south of Baltimore, Maryland, and you got a great signal coming in here 10 over 9, over.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to see the antenna's doing what it's supposed to, and the band as well. Again, I'm really surprised. The band is holding open as long as it has been, 10 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock mine, and it seems to be doing pretty well. We've hit the eastern seaboard. We've even got in a little bit closer, a couple of stations, one in Indianapolis, another one just north of Muncie, Indiana. That's relatively short, I think, for 20 meters. But we've hit, the eastern seaboard quite well. Everybody's had terrific signals, and we're just having a great time tonight there, Roy. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it was really open last night. There was stuff coming in from all over the world last night. I'm a little disappointed I turned it on tonight, and it's not nearly as busy. But you got a good path here, and I just spoke to Puerto Rico, and that was another strong signal. So certain paths are still coming in pretty strong there.
Yeah, that's great. And it's good to hear that as well. And a couple of callers earlier was telling me how good 10 meters has been, and we haven't gone out and monitored that very often. So it's good to hear that 10 has been open. I guess until 1 or 2 in the morning. I guess that's kind of nice to hear. So I'd like to think that the Sun Cycle 25 is starting to come around. Some people say, well, it's about time. Well, that's true, but we're still making contacts. We may not be making the contacts as easily as years past or as often, but we're still making contacts. Again, we're a very creative bunch, I think, in amateur radio, and we'll figure out a way to make those contacts. And I think when you do, it just means more there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, 10 meters was really wide open yesterday, like you said, and it's been open off and on the past month, I guess, sometimes more than others. Nothing happening down there tonight or earlier today. We got thunderstorms in the area here, so I've been dealing with a lot of static crashes, pretty much wiping everything out. Seems like it's tapered off now, and not too many signals out there, but you're coming in good and strong here.
Yeah, we had that static crash noise last night, so it must have moved a little bit more near direction. I think in the morning they're talking about a chance of some heavy rain and some weather coming up, and then it blows through about 2 o'clock. So our road trip will be wet, I'm sure. I just hope we don't have to set up wet, but I guess we'll see what happens. But again, we can't control the weather, and more we can propagation. We just kind of work with both of them and do what we can when we can. And that's just kind of how we approach it. So, and that's how it works here as well. When we do this in the evenings. Again, I don't do 5.9 QRZ, and I'm not able to do a 10 or 15-minute QSOs. We have a good time with this, and we always try to be very respectful of everybody's time and have fun, and I think everybody else is. And, some people are having a great time listening to themselves on the playback here on my YouTube channel, and it's interesting. We even get some emails and text messages from folks that have checked in and said their brother got interested, or their kids or their daughter got interested because they saw it on YouTube. And again, it's just part of it, and we're having fun. Again, we're making contacts. We got a good connection between the two of us tonight. Who would have thought 20 was open? But it's a terrific hobby there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. So what's your equipment there? How much power are you running it at? Because you're approaching 20 over 9 here.
Oh gosh, if I told you 50 watts, would you believe me?
Maybe.
Well, how about 47 watts in? Let's put it that way. 47 watts in gives me about 700 to 725 out. This is our backup rig. We have two locations here in the house. A friend of mine, Todd, called it Studio A and Studio B. We're in Studio A minus because our primary rig, the FTDX10, decided not to transmit, so it's on its way to California to be looked at. So we pulled this radio, which is our 7300, from the Studio B and brought it up here. So we've got everything tied in that we would normally have with the other radio, other than we're not able to display our radio display on our channel. But we have this paired with the Heil IMC microphone, and the amplifier's an ACOM 1000, and then we're running a hex beam at about 45 feet. Nothing special, but it seems to get the job done there. Go ahead.
Roger on that. Okay, yeah, I remember now looking at your page earlier tonight. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm running the FTDX10 here myself right now, and we're putting out looks like about 650 watts into an in-fed wire antenna. But sorry to hear about the 10 decided to go on strike there. I've had mine for 2 months now, and really enjoying it. I also have a 3000, but I had to send a 3000 to California because it had an issue in the mic control circuit, and that's how I came about purchasing the FTDX10. So as much as I liked my 3000, it gave me the opportunity to buy this radio, and I can't go back. I hooked up the 3000 the other day when I got it up just to make sure they fixed it and everything, and I was really shocked at how much difference it was. And then when I put the 10 back online here, which I did yesterday, again I was just totally amazed at the difference in the received quality.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, it is a phenomenal receiver, especially when you use the DNR. Big difference. That feature, the DNR, to me was a big plus. Having the external monitor is a big plus. When I talked with the technician, and we were going through some different settings on the rig, he showed me a different kind of a reset that, absolutely wipes out everything. And then we tried it and went to FM, as he suggested, and a couple of different frequencies, and it's just not putting any power out. I mean, we took the foot switch away, we took the hand mic away, and hit the box monitor momentary switch so it would key, and he said this was the first day he heard of it. And again, I've had mine for maybe 3.5 months in the February time frame, and has worked flawlessly. And he was a little concerned, and I said, well, hey, look, it is what it is. And he says, well, everybody's back to work. It's been backlogged and so forth. He said it was about a 20 to 22 day turnaround. I said, well, so what? I mean, don't rush it. Fix it if that's what it takes, and we'll see what happens. I just hope it's not something that's going to pop up. And he says, well, I've never heard of this before. Again, it could be something real simple that him and I didn't think about, or it could be the finals went. We don't know. It's a piece of equipment. Sometimes parts go bad. They have a 3-year warranty. They sent me the label today and no charge. I'll send it out in the morning, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, again, I wouldn't trade it, wouldn't give it back for nothing. That FTDX10 by far is the best radio I've ever owned.
Yeah, roger that, roger that. Well, yeah, like I've been telling other people here, the thing with these newer radios, particularly the 10, the 101, I'm sure the 7300, the 7610, all these newer radios coming out, particularly the SDR types, they're really computer-controlled analog radios. It's not like in the old days where you had analog circuitry for your radio. Now it's really a lot of computer in there, and I'm sure, as you just mentioned, talking to the techs in there, they talk about doing a reset. Sort of, just think in terms of your Windows computer. How many times have you had to, just reboot it and it'll work? I think that's what we're going to come to find with these newer radios is that it's not that the circuitry or the guts of the radio has gone bad. It might be a glitch in the firmware or CMOS in there that's just not communicating properly, because I agree, I find it very unlikely that the finals have gone bad, particularly in that period of time, unless you were abusing the heck out of it, which I'm sure you weren't, because the other thing is they've got a lot of protection circuitry into all the modern radios, for SWR and whatnot. So yeah, unless you had well, I can't even say if you had a spike or anything like that. That would affect more in the radio than just the finals. So, I suspect that there's probably just some computer component, whether it be permanent or software driven, that's just decided to go to sleep for a while. K0 RWB KC3 JPT.
Yeah, I think it. I just feel it's something minor, but it's something that I could not correct. And as I was telling the technician, I said, this is what I do with my equipment. If I know there's weather going to be in the area, not only do I unplug coax, but I totally disconnect it from the shack, and I take them and put them underneath my bed, so they're completely away from any type of electrical discharge. And he kind of laughed at that, and I said, well, when you see it, you'll know. I mean, there's not, it didn't burn inside. There's no smoke, that kind of thing. It just, you hit the transmit button, and it just didn't do anything. And he was really, really worried that I'd be upset. And I said, well, why? I said, you didn't build it. I didn't build it. And there's no reason to get upset about it. I mean, amateur radio 2 is 1 and 1 is none. I said, well, I'm down to none. I mean, I have a 7300. That's what I'm talking on. There's a lot worse things in the world. So we'll send it out. We'll get it repaired or whatever the case is, and we'll get it sent back, and we'll keep going. I do miss the external monitor, and I miss the receiver, but I'm on the air, and I'm not going to complain. We're still having fun.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's good. I'm not so sure I would have been quite as calm as that, particularly that new of a radio. But like you said, you do have a good backup there, so things go on. And I know it was funny. I had to relearn how to use my 3000. I'm sorry, I had to relearn how to use the 3000 the other day when I hooked it up to test it out after getting it back. And I've had that radio for 3 years. And having been on the 10 for 2 months, I could remember how to do certain things. That's really funny. I was glad to put the 10 back up since the 3000 was obviously working okay. By the way, did you get the external speakers for the 10?
No, I do not. 99% of the time I'm using headphones. One is my office is really close to the wife's office. She works from home, so if I'm on when we have time, at least I have the headphones. So I don't like the top firing speaker. That's how most of them are. It's okay. In my setup in my shack, if you saw my pictures, the speaker is a couple inches from the top of the wooden shelf. And I like using headphones, and I like listening to the monitor feature, so we know we're not driving it too hard and so forth. So, it's a great looking setup, especially with the 101. That speaker is terrific. But no, we didn't purchase the speaker. Like I said, we usually just use the headphones.
Roger. Well, I just picked up the SP30 speaker today. As a matter of fact, the headphones that I have are really good. They're stereo, professional quality headphones, but I just don't like wearing headphones all the time if I don't have to. So, and yeah, the speaker that's on the top of the radio. I mean, the radio sounds pretty good actually, but it's kind of small, and the box itself is smaller than the 3000. So it didn't have the fullness to it. So I decided to get the external speaker, and having it pointed directly at me helps me with my my declining hearing, shall we say. So it has lowered the pitch. Definitely the white noise background is definitely lowered there. So yeah, I was just curious if you'd gotten it ever.
Yeah, it was on our list, and a couple other things came up, like usual, of course, and so we weren't able to. I think what we'll probably end up doing when we get the radio back is we're going to take this one here, and it might get a little bit farther down the line. We're looking at getting another 10. We like it so much, we'd like to have a backup 10 as well. I don't really have a need for the one-on-one. I don't need a second receiver. I like the smallness and the compactness of the 10. So that's probably what we'll end up doing here once this other one comes back. So again, whatever little glitch it is does not deter me at all from the overall reliability and the functionality of the radio. It's just something that happens, and that's what it is. So again, I'm not worried about it. But hey, we're a little bit past our 9 o'clock time here, Central. I hate to cut it short, but we have so much time allotted, and then I start getting really bad looks from the YL. So the intention, again, I don't know if I told you, but we're going to be portable live streaming tomorrow evening for sure, and probably on Friday. So if you're out and about and you hear us again, tomorrow evening, won't be on the same kind of antenna though. We're going to be on a vertical and a dipole. We're going to see how it works. But if you hear us, I'd like to have a chance to work you again. By all means, do so, Roy. But have enjoyed the QSO tonight, and you were the last one of the evening. Actually, like I said, run over a little bit, but that's okay, as long as we don't make a habit of it. So I'll say 7-3s. You and yours be safe and be well, and hopefully we'll have a chance to work yet before the end of the week. And we'll say 7-3s for now. Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet Papa, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again, sir. 7-3s.
Okay, Reddy, very good. Nice talking to you. Good QSO, and hope you get your 10 back sooner rather than later. You take care. Have a good rest of your evening, and hope to catch you again. Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Bravo, Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet Papa, 73.
You bet, 7-3s. K0, RWB, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clearing QRT.